Good Tuesday evening, Southeast Texas. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to take the next 15 minutes and give you a detailed look at the next 7 days. Again, a weather impact alert is in effect for Southeast Texas. We'll show you that in just a second. Right now, looking at cloudy skies up in Jasper. This view of the Jasper County Courthouse, courtesy of Provalis, part of the Roofing 911 Skycam network. As far as your allergy report today, it's all about cedar tree pollen. Weed pollen, grass pollen, non-existent, and mold is at fairly low levels. But again, not terrible out there right now. Tonight, some patchy fog. We've dismissed the weather impact alert for tonight and tomorrow morning because modeling has just really gone away from that potential. The wind stayed up this morning, and that kept widespread fog from forming, and I think that's going to be a case tonight. And in addition to the clouds over the area, that tends to limit the chance for fog. Slight chance of showers coming up tomorrow because of an approaching upper level disturbance tonight, and also a cold front, a weak cold front coming in tomorrow. Regardless, the front is weak, so we still expect very spring-like weather conditions, above normal temperatures expected the next few days. Showers and storms are likely coming up after about 5 p.m. Saturday afternoon through Saturday evening, Saturday night until Sunday morning at about 3 a.m. We think most of that will be gone. So maybe about a 9-hour round of rain and thunderstorms across the area as that cold front pushes through. Then we'll see a cooler, dry scenario on Sunday into Monday with cold mornings and pleasantly warm afternoons. This is a Pacific front, certainly not an Arctic cold front by any stretch of the imagination. As I said, modeling has reversed on the widespread fog for tomorrow morning. It's more patchy-like in nature. Consequently, we've lowered our weather impact alert for tonight and tomorrow morning. However, Thursday night, it's the day after tomorrow, into Friday morning, we expect a good chance of seeing widespread dense fog across the area. That's why we've issued a weather impact alert for that morning. And again, visibilities could be less than a quarter of a mile across the area on Friday morning. So we continue to see warming temperatures as far as climatologically speaking. Our normal high is 67. We go up to the normal, then becomes 68 on Monday. So as you can see, at least through the next 3+ days, will be a good 10 degrees above normal. The records are in the lower 80s, so roughly about 5 degrees away from record territory. After that, the cold front comes in Saturday evening, and we'll see a little reduction in temperatures, lower 70s Sunday and Monday. That'll put us closer to normal, but still above normal during those days. Otherwise, as far as rainfall over the next 7 days, most of it is probably going to come down Saturday evening and Saturday night across Southeast Texas. Probably a half an inch to an inch over the area as this cold front pushes through our area. And then we'll see a much drier air mass filter on Sunday and Monday. It's going to feel pretty nice. The mornings will be cold, but the afternoons look stellar with highs in the lower 70s and lots of dry air. So maybe a 20% coverage coming up on Wednesday as that weak cold front comes through. It's weak and it's going to wash out. In fact, probably move back to the north as a warm front on Thursday. Then we'll turn the tables to a wet scenario Saturday afternoon after about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, the way it looks right now, all the way through about 3 a.m. Sunday morning. So we'll go with a 70% coverage, but it's going to be a good 80, 90% coverage, probably 100% coverage. Regardless, we're going to give it one more day until we get high-res modeling. Remember, we can only see on the high-res to about 48 hours or so. We have one model that's kind of in between, and I'm looking forward to that coming up tomorrow. That will be pretty much definitive as far as telling us if the global models showing that 70% coverage are doing a good job. I think they are. Regardless, Sunday into Monday, a dry weather pattern is expected across Southeast Texas. So right now, it is quiet. We are seeing that upper level disturbance heading our way, but as you can see, not much on radar. We may see a sprinkle or two. Otherwise, cloudy skies on the Pro Roofing Concept satellite and radar loop. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 60s across Southeast Texas. That's our normal high, by the way, this time of year. So very mild temperatures across East Texas, coastal Texas, Central and South Texas. Ahead of that front, temperatures in the 40s and 50s behind it. And that front should arrive coming up tomorrow afternoon, and it could give us a slight chance of showers. You can kind of see on satellite kind of a comma shape. Let's see if I can draw it. Something like this. It's kind of a comma shape, if you will. I'm running out of room, kind of hard to do, but that's kind of an upper level disturbance that is tracking across central Texas ahead of the front. It's interacting with the front, but still, that's why we're going with the 10% coverage tonight. But the front may give us a 20% coverage. You can see the dip in the contour lines. See these white lines right here? I'll make them pink. These are contours lines. They show us the troughs and the ridges. And there's that disturbance right about there. That is what is bringing us the cloud cover today, and maybe some sprinkles overnight. And it's going to move past us overnight. And then we're turning our attention to this disturbance that is in the eastern Pacific. Wow, that's a strong jet max right there, or disturbance right there. That's going to deepen this trough regardless. It's doing something like that. This is Saturday night's disturbance that will be bringing us the expected shower and thunderstorm activity to southeast Texas, as we're already tracking it in the eastern Pacific, starting to crash ashore or the west coast of California. So this will track on off to the east and be over our area coming up Saturday night with a widespread shower and thunderstorm activity expected. Otherwise, as we take a look at Futurecast, it looks like a fairly quiet night. We'll go with a 10, could be a 20% coverage. It's light stuff, and of course severe weather not expected. Temperatures will fall into the mid to upper 50s and lower 60s. Again, a few sprinkles. And then tomorrow, there's your 20% coverage at most. High temperatures, I think, will warm up into the mid to upper 70s. Notice the clouds clearing out tomorrow afternoon. So we'll go with skies becoming partly cloudy. It's still going to be warm and humid until that front passes us, but it's not a terribly strong front. The winds will briefly turn to the north and west tomorrow and the northeast tomorrow night before they turn back to the southeast as we head on into a Thursday. Otherwise, first off, in the upper levels, there's that disturbance. This is now modeling. What I showed you was water vapor, and that water vapor imagery was, it's kind of like radar. It's showing you what's going on now. Here's the disturbance over into west central Texas. That will go through our area coming up tonight and give us that 10 to 20% coverage and that cloud cover. Nice ridge of high pressure on Thursday, and that means quiet weather. And then here comes Saturday's disturbance that we were just tracking on water vapor. That's crashing ashore California now. It should be on top of us Saturday evening. So that pretty much ensures a pretty good chance of rain and thunderstorms across the area. As far as severe threat, yeah, I think there's going to be a severe threat. Now, I think it's mainly going to be in the lakes right now, as a little bit of a rotational energy, certainly strong shear, and a little bit of cape. But I think the cape, or the instability, I apologize, the instability will be mainly up in the lakes area, at least surface-based. So we'll be watching for that on Saturday afternoon as far as the severe threat. Otherwise, this will pass us, and then look at that. Nice ridge of high pressure. Saturday evening will be over towards the desert southwest. This ridge of high pressure will be on us Sunday and on into Monday, ensuring beautiful weather with cold mornings. On the Gulf, looking at slightly choppy seas around 2 feet in your coastal marine forecast, with east and then south winds at 5 knots, water temperature 62. Our forecast tonight, mid to upper 50s to lower 60s under cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Again, some patchy fog is possible, a 10, possibly 20% coverage, so not a bad forecast tonight. Then tomorrow, skies will gradually become partly cloudy tomorrow afternoon, and we'll go with a 20% coverage of showers, maybe an isolated thunder shower. High temperatures will rise into the mid to upper 70s, and we'll get that brief west to northwest wind flow coming up as we head towards tomorrow across the area. Your weather impact 7-day forecast, 20% coverage on Wednesday, very mild spring-like weather conditions Wednesday and Thursday. Then Friday morning, looking at that potential for dense fog. We will issue that weather impact alert for Friday morning, and that will likely impact your commute and travel across southeast Texas, so plan accordingly. Otherwise, that lifts. We'll see a high of 77 in dry weather on Friday. Then Saturday, again, we think it's going to be mainly between about 5 or 6 in the afternoon and the evening, persist all evening long to about 3 a.m. Sunday morning. And it looks like a pretty good coverage of showers and thunderstorms. We'll probably get a line that moves through our area, this at 9 p.m., and it'll be after about 9, we'll start to see it slowly weaken and move off towards and out of the area. So pretty good coverage of showers and thunderstorms. Likely to see that line coming through southeast Texas roughly between about, say, 6, 7, and 8 p.m. And then it'll move east. The front comes through. That'll turn our winds back to the northwest, and we will see cold mornings coming up Sunday and Monday mornings. Beautiful afternoons, lots of sun, low humidity, very comfortable Sunday and Monday. And then it's out of here. Tuesday, we see a returning south and southeasterly wind and partly sunny skies with highs in the mid-70s. And that's your detailed look at the next 7 days. If you're just joining us, we've issued a weather impact alert coming up for Friday morning and again on Saturday evening. Right now, looking at generally mostly cloudy skies across the area. This view courtesy of Mid-County Plumbing, part of the Roofing 911 Skycam network. And your weather headline, some patchy fog tomorrow morning. I don't think it's going to be quite widespread. So we've discontinued our weather impact alert for tomorrow morning. Slight chance of showers coming up overnight and tomorrow with above normal, very spring-like weather conditions expected right on through Friday. Then Saturday evening and late afternoon, showers and storms are quite likely in excess of a 70% coverage as a cold front comes through. Cooler, dry weather is expected Sunday into Monday with cold mornings and pleasantly warm afternoons. As you can see, fog threat just not there. However, that's not going to be the case as we head towards Friday morning. I think we'll see dense fog, widespread dense fog coming up Thursday night into Friday morning, and that could affect travel. So you know the tips. Visibilities could be down to less than a quarter of a mile as we work on into Friday morning. That'll lift, and we will see a pretty good chance of showers and thunderstorms late Saturday. Well above normal temperatures. Where was all this in January, right? So a good 10 plus degrees on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe even the Saturday afternoons. Again, normal should be in the mid 60s. We're doing the mid to upper 70s through the next 4 days. Cold front comes through Saturday and we'll get knocked down to the lower 70s, which is closer to normal Sunday and into Monday of next week. Rainfall, again, I think the bulk of it is going to come down on Saturday. Well, I think a good half an inch to an inch will be a pretty good bet most areas Saturday evening across the area. And we'll go with a 70% coverage, but I have an idea that it will probably be higher than that. Pretty much everybody's going to get rain Saturday afternoon, late into Saturday evening. A lot of cloud cover being generated by an upper level disturbance ahead of our cold front, which is knocking temperatures down into the Texas Panhandle. You can see lots of clouds, kind of a twist there. If you look at the clouds and ignore the front, that's the upper level disturbance moving through central Texas that will give us isolated showers and also lots of cloud cover tonight. And there's the disturbance that will be affecting us as we work on into Saturday night across southeast Texas. So very quickly, let's take a look at Futurecast, and it looks like maybe some sprinkles tonight. A cool night, and then tomorrow we'll go to 20% coverage as this wimpy front comes into southeast Texas tomorrow afternoon. Still getting into partly cloudy skies in the afternoon and likely to see